Loud starting off on that defensive side.
Loud on defense, MIBR on attack, and we've found another one. We found another one. Frenzy. Does the win rate continue? It's a classic A hit. No smoke over towards middle. Just a sheriff for the Viper. Turret goes behind. No, they're committing.
Very passive setup for Loud. Just those alarm bot, or rather,
Frenzy stats don't lie, yeah.
the plant for a moment, but
are they both in playoff? No, neither of these teams are in playoffs. But if MIBR wins, most likely they're in champs. That's pretty much how it's going to work. There's a couple of wards where they're not. It would need Sen and G2 to kind of fail. But
the alternate IGL, but the
call comes most likely if MIBR win this, they'll get the 4th spot.
Have moved up here. Cortezia to find it first. Some good shots out of him, and the support from his team has arrived. Loud a bit stuck in an impasse here. As Verdi opens some things up, but still taking their time. Spike a little bit toyed with at the same
look
time.
At the HPs though. Yeah, and we're out to stick in this. Dude, no one's in a position to stop this plant. Yeah, it's just straight up done. Okay, rough from them. Good amount of distraction behind though. And run out a lot of jaws.
I love the way that Loud ends up playing that flank. They go really
like 70% chance. I would say even a bit higher, to be honest. I'd say like 80 maybe.
This initial contact, look at how they're holding just in this space, forcing instead MIBR to be the team to make the play, to push into them, and because MIBR has to go so far forward to deal with that flank, the site players on the other
1-0
side
on the pistols. They
start applying pressure there.
Are a little low into it.
Sure. Battle for MIBR.
They allowed one definite ideal one
for MIBR, even though they started off the round 5 players just geared up to a site. Similar scenes in this round with just a sheriff in
If they lose, they're pretty much not making champs.
Taking a focus on for MIBR. On this attacking side, for sure.
Really slow for MIBR. This is a team where when you watch them play, be it the double duelist comps or these ones as well, they love just 5-hitting, grouping together, trading off behind Icebox on an entry. You will see sometimes slower rounds where they're trying to get a guy like Cortezia a bit more forward, but this is, especially on a map like Icebox, going to be a lot of their game plan.
And it can be hard to speed up into the B site when these one-ways are just recycled over in B main.
This is do or die for MIBR? Yeah, in my mind. Like, obviously, there's a world where they win and they don't go through, but
and you see that smoke getting thrown
percentage-wise, it's pretty much this.
See on your map. That's another piece of the pressure that the Omen is
every team right now should be every team right now that is like in playoffs should be a Loud fan, basically.
On defense, and as a whole, just gives the team a lot more options to create disinformation.
Well, this is the last chance for MIBR in the round to scale up with a wall cycle, so good on Cortezia to get the spike down. Even looking for a little bit more on site as he tucks himself away. They're certainly taking their time. They've got a whole lot to work with here and want to make use of these long angles as they can with the rifle advantage.
Just waiting for the dart
they want to use util into this. They have a lot of util. They could actually do a good bit of damage.
And here comes the team.
Oh, nice shots. Oh, dude, they're going to use util into this for sure.
And now with the spike being pressured, Luke Show has entered
too far away. Molly lineup. Molly lineup's going out, but they're already dead on this one. Damn. Icebox hits some great shots here. If they had the right people in the right positions there, I mean, maybe they could have actually won this.
More from that round. For Loud, though, looking back at this retake, I do like how patient they were with this one. I think it could have gone a little bit more wrong if it weren't for Luke Show making this top site teleport. We talked a lot at the beginning of the year about the combo between Icebox and Cortezia as a duo on this roster and kind of finding himself with Brazil's veteran. But since Luke Show joined the roster, it's been a lot more about kind of how he can help out there, as, you know, obviously that's on one side, it's Luke Show on the other helping out with Verdi as well.
Showing that signature
great first
from Luke Show, whether it's in the retake or teleporting
Bonus
up top
is looking alright.
Or top of B main, rather.
Stack over towards A, they got a lot of delay here. All of the killjoy util.
To move towards A, but again with this defensive hold.
Okay, spots one over towards heaven, so they know site's clear here though. Icebox is tanking some damage though.
Icebox's toes. It's taken relatively low, and now a dash over onto generator to secure more forward hold. This is a different look.
They got no info on behind here.
On the other side of this wall as Icebox goes for the full clear into the corner. Loud getting a lot of respect behind this push wall.
What does Loud have to get back in? Just
Dude,
a
no
dart
one's
to go,
covering his heaven. Imagine they turn right. Imagine he turns left.
Oh, here it's going to be the Harbor ult into the site. Shenum finds the first kill. This MIBR hold their ground, and all of these stuns onto the ground, revealing some of MIBR's positions. Other Louds, on the other hand, trying to get back into the site. Icebox throws a couple one-ways for himself to stall out as Kalentzine gets
Icebox's
onto the
delay
ground.
here is lovely.
These kills are going Loud's way,
No
seemingly.
way,
Hold on.
though.
Loud just
Person that
snatches
needs
this
to stay
round away,
alive
but they
goes
need to
down
get
to
on
the
spike.
Viper. Just out of time. It was close here. Loud should be happy with their damage done.
The ult out Artson just wins the round with all the time it bought on the stall from Loud's retake.
Yeah, 10 seconds bought just off that ultimate. And Loud couldn't make anything happen. Early days, I'm liking to see a Loud that's willing to go for these proactive flanks on their A retakes. I think that's a good idea to continue. But here, I think they gave a little bit too much space in both of their retake rounds they've shown. They've waited a long time to make sure they have that
Pancada might have
cycle
got there.
But they're not even contesting any space.
He was here, then ran away. This guy was here and had to dash. Dude, I think you're right. I think Pancada could have just defused that.
This time as well, the flank maybe a little bit slow out of Loud as Loud gear up 3 players to fight into A main. Knives popped early on for
Would have been unbelievably close. I think he had it.
Game of chicken in mid, tube unfolds
Dude,
again.
another entry.
Taking his moment.
He's so willing to make plays on the Omen. Now in mid, Shenum faces up and Robbie's there to contain. Gets another man up for Loud.
First kill of the day for Robbie, and another for Luxo in A.
Dude, Luxo is popping, man. He's going for those 12 points.
For Loud.
And that's what I'm talking about, right? You looked at this year and you were thinking, who are going to be the biggest name rookie players coming in? And at the beginning of the year, it was definitely Cortezia, especially after how good MIBR was in kickoff, you know, them making it to an international event in his first ever event. But Loud's addition of Luxo was probably the second most exciting player to come out of Brazil. But now we're living in a world where both Loud and MIBR are missing out in playoffs, and the eyes of Brazil's next generation are instead talking about guys like Sato, who's not even playing for a Brazilian team.
Could be a last chance for the players on stage to give one last showing.
Doesn't look above.
Fans this year.
This guy's like, what the hell is beneath me?
It's a bit whiffy, and Robbie's up on top.
Why does it sound like it's coming from next to me? Okay, great round though. I mean, it's not even an armory buy here, really. He's got so much money. Eco goes in as well.
MIBR have nothing really, no territory on the map to play with.
This angle, so nicely played by Luxo. Just steps in, expects exactly where a player is going to be, and he didn't even use any Omen utility to get out, just full runs away.
You gonna beat that shit, Brian. You gonna beat this ass.
And he did.
And he did. The fact check is in. It's true.
I'm coming for you, Sabine.
Bad money for MIBR. They'll only have a hero weapon on Icebox, lean heavy into A, but Loud have another 3 here to fight.
And this is where Luxo TP'd up last round. Look for those fights. This time he's jumping back onto top screen. A little bit more reserved, but it's after the early pressure shown by MIBR.
And you heard Luxo use another TP. In the back of MIBR's heads, they have to make sure that he didn't go top nest, that he's not sitting in that smoke.
All these high lines, these really annoying angles to clear out that MIBR are forced to because of the Jet and the Omen.
Yeah, pretty much just gotta wait for Icebox to try to get a pick.
So much pressure being provided just off of refreshable smokes and 1 TP.
We ignore the failed jump out of Kawa. He was trying to get back up under Rafter. He'll be comfortable enough in backside.
Another smoke at the next angle. MIBR can't catch a break.
Yeah, Icebox being pinged out as well. Can't continue forward.
They don't have a cancel option here. They're forced to go into A, but 3 players waiting for Loud.
They're going to try their best. MIBR dashing into sight, but again from above, it will be Purdy and Luxo.
Did he miss his jump again?
Making quick work out of this MIBR squad.
Missed his jump again.
Kalentzine still lodged in behind Generator, so while all the attention turns towards his teammates, he's there to pounce. Shock darts can only do so much damage, and MIBR only have so much time.
Pretty strong hold from them. Does MIBR want a timeout?
A simple round on their half buy. Give Icebox an opportunity with the hero gun to get a kill. But you have so many less opportunities to actually free shoot from the top of belt like you would in other comps when you're playing against this kind of double controller look. It is oppressive in like a similar way to how the Harbor is, but the extra sauce it adds with the threat of the TPs, with that paranoia that you're calling out as well, is what makes this Omen comp just a bit harder to play into.
Yeah, we got to shout out Luxio's utility, catching both entries with one ability in the Paranoia. Now Loud switch things back to the early pistol default with primarily just Killjoy showing towards the A side. And Loud can stall for infinity, it seems.
3 pass and holds over towards B. They really expect them to be default here. Playing off delay, just fight, delay.
Multi-flank through. They're going to rotate back early. Just leave Verdi with the operator posted on B.
Yeah, when you have the op, you're more willing to rotate through your own spawn and leave the op solo. So now the wall to start things off for MIBR. Icebox has to wait for the gas to run away. But a high-low in backside could prove challenging for him as more members of Loud filter into the site.
Great.
1-for-1 is all there's going to be at the start.
Very nice. Spacing worried me a little bit, but then everyone else was pretty good.
Loud and force Verdi onto a save.
Yeah, trying to min-max as well in terms of this one, get those ults, start the cycle going. Honestly, the cycle might be here. Sova ult for this one.
But by taking that risk, it means they don't have Cow's ult to
Killjoy
stall
ult for
out.
next, you got Harbor ult after that.
Any real, like,
maybe even a Viper ult during all this as well, like they got everything to start just stacking all the rounds.
It seemed like the call came in where Luxio was just showing up on the rotate over as the site hit was underway, so Loud were like, we have 3 players here, we can try to get in.
Yeah, MIBR money-wise should just chill.
Dealing with those players coming around maze like you're talking about.
No, not quite, and for that, that means this operator's going to get no value.
Farazin, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you.
So MIBR may suspect it, but they don't know for sure that this op is in play.
I think, though, when you're playing against a defense side Jet and you've got players like Pancata with 7,200 in the bank,
you might
be able to saving, hold on a second. Now, I'm no Sherlock Holmes, but I think they'll figure it out as we check out the replay once again.
How was Baby Bay today? It's great. I think this is the best game so far.
Down that cloud burst and 2 players swinging through it as the smoke falls means they're in much more unexpected angles than they would be if they were just dry swinging together.
So after no luck on the B site for Verdi, he's going to try his luck over alone on the A.
But he's very alone. It's looking like maybe some kind of mid-play for Loud. Fight up with Luxio down tube.
Maybe oversell a little bit into mid to set him up on the line, but it will be 4 players here ready to fight. Shenum gets
good amount of
the
info.
idea of a mid play.
And Loud's not going to get a
fight.
What this is doing is funneling MIBR into the operator.
I feel like you can kind of...
Here, though, with the wall in his face.
Yeah, I think this is kind of nice. I think Loud could do this all the time, right? Peek over towards here, try and see where the turret is. Every single time the turret's just behind. So you could just get info by spotting the turret if you're playing against MIBR.
The go button as 3 players out heaven.
No way. Molly actually hit back off his head.
And now Pancata trading things away as Loud sneak their way into sight.
Yeah, this is nice from Loud. Dude, if they keep peeking over towards middle and don't see the turret and then just get a bit of sounds where they go in, they can just over-rotate like this. I think they might have it down. They could do this every round. Lit FPS with the prime. Appreciate the 6 months. Thank you. Because if they're just 5-manning, which they are at the moment, right? Every round they're just 5-manning. It's always turret behind. It's 5 pass and hit. No turret middle. Where's the sound? Just rotate. That's where they're hitting. I think MIBR might get wrecked here a little bit if they keep doing this. I don't know if this was like just a little lucky that they did it, but they definitely have something here. They over-rotated.
That's going to be a one-shot kill from the Hunter's Fury, and it all layers together so nicely. Bringing in some nice opping from Verdi as well. Gets 2 in that round. And pulls this lead a little further for Loud.
Yeah, A-side itself is already so chaotic. Once you start throwing different abilities into the mix, like the Hunter's Fury, even just the Paranoia to force you out of those comfortable positions in the post lane.
Timeout's good.
You can see how a team like MIBR starts to get scrambled now, trying to set their head on.
Chat, this is a recap. Quite a few people are asking about this game.
For MIBR right now are
gonna do a little bit of a recap. So both of these teams, Loud and MIBR, they can't make playoffs. Okay, Loud can't make playoffs and can't make champs. MIBR can still make champs off of points. If they win this, they get 9 points. In Americas, if you get 9 points and someone else, let's say 100 Thieves, they come 4th, they get 3 points, and they draw, it goes to head-to-head throughout the year. And MIBR pretty much win every single head-to-head against these teams. Apart from maybe Crew, I think, but that shouldn't matter. But all the teams that are on 6, they win all the head-to-heads here.
And even when you try to
In every other region, it's whoever does best in Stage 2 playoffs. For some reason, in Americas, it's historically throughout the year head-to-head, which MIBR beats every team that is on 6 points. If they win this, they beat every team coming 4th. So basically, if they win this, they're kind of in champs. Unless Crew get 4th, 2 of these teams mess up, or Lev
clear the left angle as you're coming past 410 as well with that ult.
Well, what I want to see
yeah,
is Verdi,
or Lev
who's
getting
now in
fucked.
kitchen for another mid-play, has the
I think
option
that's
for
right.
knives, but also just the operator.
I'm not sure about the Lev one. That's basically it. This is interesting as well, right? Loud doing the same thing. They spot over towards middle. There's no turret. As soon as they hear sound, they can over-rotate again. They push through middle, might get owned from the spawn guy.
For this one, but the shots are there. Nicely done out of him.
Nice though. This is a good change-up from MIBR. I think they'd worked out that they kind of just sussed them, especially with the over-rotate and seeing so many numbers on the site last round.
One for him. Robbie BK gets into the site. Louder right back in it.
And now Robbie has the lockdown as well. They can give a little space, fight back in with the ults, but without Icebox alive, there's no go factor for Loud on this exec. They have to reset, and if they go back towards B, they're walking into a very forward Viper in Pancata.
So what does Loud get out of trying? Not really anything. They get a chance to stay in the org for next year. Probably the best way to look at it.
From Pancata.
Or get picked up by a potential Furia.
You've got to clear this.
And they're not really ready for it. First goes
big
down.
kill. Ooh, it's a big kill.
One is good enough from Pancata.
Got Harbor on this one as well. MIBR really need to win this round.
But still that lockdown, and Shannon wants to play up, so if that lockdown goes into play, he can deny it early.
Good spot for Shannon. Unexpected down.
Unlucky timing. Does
him.
Arts in pop his ult. He's up against a Killjoy ult. He gets a good plant and he insta-wraps around the world. This is a great idea from him.
But it's going to take so long.
The hesitation, does it cost him? It's only like what? A second extra? Oh dude, he's so much. Dude, he's so hesitant.
That he can't go back mid.
Oh, it's just a checkmate Killjoy ult.
Yeah, you can't run back into B main or you get
Mate, hello?
He needs to stay here.
Yeah, his only hope is that Loud think he's back on yellow so they don't stick the defuse immediately, which they don't. Now he starts sprinting forward and is fully heard. Some stuns to try and help him out on the angle, but Verno goes wide, already stuck at the half. And Loud will be able to take this for themselves.
That's so brutal. You saw his thought process, looking for that reflank, then thinks, oh, I can go back into sight. No, just full stalled out by the ultimate and too much to work back into. And that is such a tough round to lose for MIBR. They had a clean 5v3, but on this execute, there wasn't a trade onto Verdi's op. Robbie didn't get shut down up top either, and just a calamity.
But it's exactly what we were talking about, right? It was all of these tough angles on the A site where...
Keep up the comms. I really like these comms, okay?
It's all those angles where they're able to find their moments. A much more reserved Robbie BK this time around than we saw previously, but now that Hunter's Fury out of Verno, he's tired
the drone into Sovereign so that you can try and make space over towards site. We got one inside towards the bottom. Luke should not get punished for this. Yeah, Verno did great to get that pick because I think he missed the fast ult.
Verdi and Pancata still looking for their moments, this time not connecting on the first shot. And that second kill is traded. Now what is Icebox doing? Dropping down, trying to Goomba stomp Robbie. But he's the one taken out of the equation. And now another
no, guys, what are you all doing? Ah, dude, what is going on, man? I'd be so tilted if I was watching this as their coach.
A lockdown to try and equalize. Verno still on top site. Trying to call his team to the win, but a one-on-one. Verdi's got to try and find this pocket back in the corner. Just barely enough for him.
Dude, imagine they lose it.
Time pressure now underway. First nano out. Trying to hear if there's a second. Has no clue where this final player could be.
Okay, I mean, it could have been a lot cleaner than that, no doubt.
Cortesia wins the round, but I have to call into question, what is Shannon doing there? They're in a 3v2. He runs through the harbor wall into CT and dies. That could have been the moment. Icebox as well, dropping down here. This is a bit of overheating from MIBR that they thankfully have a lurker to bail them out of.
Pretty hard rounds, yeah, it wasn't great. Would love to see Loud go back to what they were doing though. They got punished one round for like spotting for the mid stuff, right? But the whole thing of spotting the turret, like it works against MIBR. They just 5 death ball.
Rest of Loud
Yeah,
creeping
peek over
behind
towards
Birdie's
middle.
operator.
Okay, peek over towards middle from
Just trying to
Robbie
hold him up
BK.
on this
No
forward
turret, they
angle.
can stack 4 strong. Hear the drone? You know they're all here.
Drone hasn't spotted him yet, doesn't see him at all. No one is prepared.
What an absolute shot that is.
A head removed. And now a little Jira against him.
Wait, he
On the
Jira
other
ass-fast
side,
against him.
Bird
That was
and
sick.
Birdie's still on the line. Only now falling away, but it's MIBR again with the opening kill.
But where does MIBR
That was
go
cool.
now? They didn't have alert to call back into. They'll run towards B, and that alarm bot
Okay, they
just got pulled back.
actually cancel on
So
this
just
one
a
though.
molly to stall out the plan and buy a bit of time for rotations.
Alarm bot back online. Hands the information back over to Loud, but not in time to stop the plant from going down.
Ooh.
Actually,
The combo.
Yeah, dude, 28. And
whole lot
Aspas
of
has
damage, and now
absolutely owned
Aspas
it.
with the lurk. He doesn't have knives. He just wanted to get a kill, maybe find a gun.
Viper goes down
Even
and
just
pretty
the
much
threat of him on the
done.
flank enough to force Kawanzine to turn around and hold him while the other 3 Loud members work their way
It's
forward.
the checkmate. I would imagine
the left
MIBR
side
have to
here.
mess up heavy. Especially with Verna with a recon here.
Time certainly taken. Robbie needs to
Molly lineups for this as
get a
well.
little bit of confidence, take some of these fights, but he waits for his teammates to group up
Yo,
with
join
him.
Molly
Artson
popped.
holding him down. And this hold is looking strong for MIBR. Ospa still going on a long flank all the way around the world. There's no way this operator survives it, because here is he. MIBR will take another.
This game has
Yeah, it
been
looked like he wanted to pick up the
either
ARP.
made or broken for our 2 respective teams on these fights towards A.
Honestly, I think
For
it's
the
better
most
for him to
part,
have a
it's been
rifle with how
Loud
they're
and
playing.
Luke Show specifically providing a ton of pressure there, getting these opening picks, but it's thanks to that incredible shot from Ospas and the follow-up kill as well in A main. It builds the pressure there, gets a man advantage for MIBR. They actually managed to trade out on B this time.
There's 2 rounds left in the half for MIBR. Chances still to tie things up before the side swap.
Yeah,
This
and this
time
round
a little
does
more
matter.
spread
Like,
out in the approach.
Loud would have a pretty bad buy.
Markers toward mid and A. Just a turret to see if this push is coming, which it is. Luke Show has the assistance of the drone. That's a big opener to find.
Yeah, that's a nice...
MIBR
That's a
trying
nice
to find
entry.
a response
Not
out of
expecting that
Shannon
push.
is looking to claim space up mid, but getting
What a
watched.
fast shot that
Cowan
is.
So swift to police that angle.
There's still 2 players going on the flank for Loud. MIBR have no real territory to play with, so they go for a vertical harbor wall, some chances to fight back into Snowman with that, but for now, taking their sweet time.
But Loud is so happy here. They have a 5-on-3. They're all grouped together. They'll just trade this one out and try to win. Only win condition for MIBR is that alt for Artson and Ospas going
Conzino, thank you
crazy
so much for
off
the
of
prime.
him.
Appreciate the 15 months. Thank you for
Ospas
that.
right now with a
Omen
lot of
flash
green in
into
his face, nothing
TP
to
from
look
Luke
at.
Show.
Oh, my
Oh,
word,
he just got
Pancota
bailed out
saves
though.
His teammate's life. There
Yeah,
wasn't a gun
and
in Luke Show's
this
hands.
smoke is just too strong.
There is an
The after plant
Ospas's.
Where's the alt?
did good.
Still the spike
It's a
being
strong
stuck.
retake on
I don't
this.
think MIBR like their odds in this
Yeah,
round.
I think they're just
Artson calls to
saving the
save it
ults,
instead.
just the right move here.
Hope
Dude,
that can net them a
MIBR
fifth before
look
the half.
pretty rough.
Last round before the
Like, they look really
I'm trying
rough.
to think, I would have liked to see them try and play that out and rip the ult earlier, let Ospas fight up, but instead it just ends up with a player getting left on an island yellow. You look back at the beginning of that round, and that was Loud who, having lost the A fight the last couple rounds, doubled down on that with 4 and get that very early pick onto the anchor. Another highlight of how good that Omen is.
Loud just can't afford to keep playing heavy players in B main because of the cycled one-ways. You can never get out of B main in the post plant. Want to see them
Yeah,
trying
if
to
they go B
find
again,
some
which it
form
looks
of
like they will,
aggro
they'll
look once they get the
probably
spike down.
take
Well, here's their chance
Snowman.
to do it.
And that's what their
This
comp's
time
good at.
just a
A
straight
lot
up
of people
5
started
hit
playing
on
this
to
as
be
well,
in.
like
They
the
guessed right again.
wall,
This is
extra
another
wall.
aggro A look for
To actually
Loud.
take over
So
towards
they don't
Snowman,
actually have anyone
isolate,
to
strong.
deny a spike plant yet. The rotates are coming in swiftly, and MIBR is stalled out for a moment.
Robbie BK has found some picks from top side before, but this time, not
Okay,
going to
Arbor
have the
goes
chance to get
out,
away
and
from
like we said, they
the
kind of need to
circle of
take some
death.
space this time.
As Ospa scale into the side, but Pancota manages the pick. Again, Louder finding every
It's
single
just like
kill
they're just
as
each doing their
MIBR
individual
move in
thing.
One by one by one. Artson realizes the error of their previous round, so wants to get up himself, get it done all on his own. And he's done good so far, but Pancota is still there in mid.
bomb grenade out.
And now backed into B main.
Okay,
Not a
very
chance
nice,
there.
man. Lau's got
For
8.
MIBR's last, Loud will take
That's
the
a
round
lot.
in 8 before the half.
MIBR's post plants.
MIBR? Oh
just
no, they
did
look
not
really
the
rough,
most
man.
coordinated, I have to
Everything's
say.
everything's
There,
off.
They have multiple players who are trying to fight up and
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, find some kind of opportunity. Beautiful shot through the smoke, but once they go down a man, it's almost always Yeah, just like one-on-one, swinging back through these smokes.
The
and
fearless IGL.
just hasn't been working out.
I don't quite know what that call means for the next half. Luckily, there is plenty of time for Loud to work with. We'll see the result of Icebox on the other side of this break.
Loud are shooting better as well. I mean, yes, I agree. They're winning a lot of one-on-ones, but they're also getting a lot of one-on-ones, right? The spacing's like incredibly bad. The spacing and the actual plans that they're doing are incredibly bad. Especially considering how Loud are playing. Like, if we just look at the B retake rounds, like, they're all just playing behind that smoke. They've seen that smoke earlier, they all just play behind the smoke, just accept it. Like, they're not coming up with ideas of how to problem solve what's going on. Peptic, thank you so much, man. And Peptic, I appreciate the 5 gifted. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate the support, mate. Chat you not to do is get the slug oiler spam while we're waiting. Thank you very much, man. Is it IGL issue? It's an everything issue at the moment from them, I would say, if you look at that half. Like, the idea of what to do is not great. The spacing's not good. They're not learning from the rounds that have already happened. They're playing insanely individually. On a map where, like, this is probably the map where spacing matters the most, I would say. At least on A. Like, I think you can just win 12 out of 12 A hits if your spacing's good and your util's good.
By 4 at the half, but defense is usually where the guy named Icebox shines here on the Jet, Mimi.
Yeah, your dream if you're MIBR, get it off in Icebox's hands.
Watch me.
What is
Boys,
this?
take your time, don't peek, don't peek. Just peek him, hey, just peek him.
So
Just peek him.
that's the good IGLing that Robbie was doing, and then after that was when he just started screaming or squealing. I don't know what you'd call it. But yeah, man on your screen, leading Loud to a solid first half here, 8-4.
Yeah, that they did. And looking ahead to the attack side for Loud, you got to focus on Luke Show's Owen and what that's going to bring into the table. 2 things. 1, on your hard hits, you have double dive alongside your Jet. On your slower rounds, you can threaten mid TPs. For this round, though, it's
MIBR need a pistol, I would say. Especially from what I'm seeing, they might even need a bonus. But their defense is normally pretty good, especially... Well, what normally happens is Icebox gets an op, and he just perma locks it down on B.
You can see how his harbor wall blocks off the Killjoy turret for Icebox to get on the forward line.
And in this corner, he'll never get tagged by that turret.
He can sit here forever.
Yeah, they can both hear it.
Backed up by Cortejo, while the rest of his team
They're going to
moves
try
into
and crouch under it or something.
To supplement
Don't forget it, I'm pretty
These
sure we
players
get him.
only become a problem if Loud cancels and goes back to A. If they wait longer, there's a world where Robbie ends up having the backstab when the turret does have to be broken.
It's all a game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, they
around
don't
mid
really
right
have
now.
the best delay over towards site.
Taking their time to try and clear
They
away.
don't even have
any
the util to delay.
nanoswarms on the ground,
Dudes,
throw down that shotgun.
they're actually
They're
coming
going
back here.
back.
This is
Worst
going to
case
get weird.
scenario
This is
may
going to get
just
weird.
Unfold. Couple of sheriffs in mid. Loud do not have their guns
shot.
out. They think this turret is protecting them, but it's baiting them. And the dash
Great
is an
shots,
extra
man.
layer of
Icebox
bait.
should just get out.
Cortejo finds a shot on the outro. Icebox gets away with the majority of his HP.
Okay, they've lost a lot of space over towards A, though.
Have the A site, but they're down a man.
So how do you play a 3v4 in your post plant? Someone has to step up and try and
30
make the play.
seconds left.
Catch someone off early.
Yeah, Robbie BK
And
is going
Robbie
for the
fancies
plays,
himself
playing
the man to
close.
do so. Tucks
Maybe
in
Verdi
deep
could bait
angle.
him in. It's a little bit hard when he's got to watch heaven.
Verdi ready to swing from screen.
Robbie needs some. So what?
A galat!
Verdi
What?
just eliminates 2.
enemy
Now
remaining.
it's Loud in the lead. Robbie's still a problem.
Oh
in the
my
corner
goodness,
here.
okay,
He does nicely
double.
for his 2. That was
A
such
double,
nice
man,
shot
double
out of Verdi.
pistol.
Show me the collateral.
Yeah, dude, how'd he
did
get
that
2
happen?
here?
Yeah, maybe slow it down, put some nice music over it as well.
I think you'll
Can't
have to
complain
provide
about
the
that.
music. Let's
Nah,
see this
I
one.
think that's your job.
They just perfectly line up on the swing.
Dude, that from Icebox's POV
Okay,
must
the
have looked
slow motion
insane.
sound
Must
effect.
have looked
Kinda
so
like a
fast.
song.
That was nice. Add a little flair there. MIBR choosing triple
MIBR by so many sheriffs into
I don't
this
feel like
one,
that's
so much
something
so
where
that
they're
I
like, what about
do
triple
feel like an
sheriffs?
outlaw would
Everyone's getting their sheriffs.
absolutely
The
wreck them
potentially
next round.
concerning thing is that it is Loud. on
That's
that
not how you want to
PSP.
play this one.
Well, -1 sheriff.
Night Journey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the 10 months.
There's only room in town for the 2 of them.
Yeah, you might be right.
Loud calmly make
If
their
they,
way
if they
through
don't
B
have
main.
one
You
already.
can see how they kind of are sensing that it's a real stack behind the harbor this time, because last round it was totally fake with those classic shots. This time they're like, maybe he's just full baiting and the reswing is eventually going to come.
Not today. MIBR was playing a lot more passive instead.
Yeah. Loud are too many steps ahead of MIBR right now. They're thinking too hard about it. MIBR were literally just buy sheriffs, see if you can get a pick on your own.
The freestyle round. Robbie's kind of in the same mentality. He's walked pretty deep into A here.
His alarm bot did just go down in mid.
But no one's really in a position to actually test that.
Once again, Loud just going to fake this presence into A and move back into lurk. But if Robbie falls, it could be a problem. He's down 47 HP. Cortesia with an opportunity to challenge.
Cortez is
Yeah,
afraid
I mean,
there's
this is
more
for
behind
sure a
that
round.
Killjoy, doesn't
It's
want
done,
to
right?
challenge up, and well, maybe now he's going to take his opportunity. A turret has to be broken, and now he'll back away.
Yeah, Cortesia kind of missed an angle there. Hard to know for sure if he had it, but down in numbers. Going to be very hard for MIBR to get back into the site. 10 seconds left, and that spike is planted. So now the question becomes less of the retake for MIBR and more
can,
of, are we getting guns?
they
Are we
can
dying
for
to spike?
sure
Osmos is still
start
on B site,
snowballing
by the
a
way.
little
He
bit.
thinks someone was embedded yellow going
And
for a
swaps
late
and
work
guns.
against them.
These two are next to each other. These two are next to each other.
Sometimes he's just on his own
Like Robbie's,
mission.
sorry, Counting should just be allowed to
And I
hunt.
think the path his teammates are heading towards is dying to the spike.
It's a noble venture.
It is
You
indeed.
know? It's tough to make that call.
Wait, what am I watching?
But the threat of orbs to the other side is great. Venom finds one. There's Pancata. So Loud sheriffs are going to run in for maybe some... Actually, that's a Spectre in Kawa's hands.
Why are they... Okay, that's fine. Choosing to exit towards CT there and giving away another gun, but all's well that ends
Yeah, it
well.
was,
Hold on to two
got a
weapons,
little
Loud
weird.
get up to 10.
All
But
good. The Spectre, the worst of the options
rounds,
available, so we won't
rounds
even,
allowed.
we don't even hate it too much.
No. So, all right. Very reserved round from Loud. Get that, obviously, kind of lucky kill with the player phasing through, mistiming
Whoa,
that
whoa,
dart.
whoa. That was a beautiful combination of utility and a swing timing in B main
Yes.
to punish. She's
Okay,
not buying
MIBR.
it. Okay.
Yes.
I have
No,
to do it
don't-
now. I
wasn't
will
buying it
remind
either.
everyone
I
this is
was-
their
I
map,
was
so
completely
You'd make
lying.
a great used car salesman.
looking pretty rough.
Are Loud the used car? That's that's. I don't think any team,
no,
especially
they're like
rookies,
100
wants to become
They're
that.
like a 100,000-mile Corolla. It's like, it'll get you there.
Man. And, well, it's not going to get them quite all the way to the B side. A bit of a breakdown under two.
Nice shot.
The axle has been snapped in half.
More like 60K miles.
Yeah. Only the newly replaced, I don't know enough about cars, Luke show is going to get them back into the site. But we're in a 2-on-4 now.
Yeah.
It's not looking so hot.
MIBR ready with a double swing. Ferdy goes up the rope and has a fight towards
Oh, this is bold.
Cortesia.
This is bold from Verdi.
It's a big
Nice
play
spam
from him.
return fire out of Artson.
Might have made this one doable.
Pushes Kawa away from the site.
Problem is he's up against the cove, so that should be it.
Don't see how Kawa can win this.
Yeah, you gotta spam the cove somehow with a Guardian.
Especially with how MIBR are taking their time, playing for the utility. This is a comp that they've been playing for absolutely forever. And the Cove countering out
Very
the
nice.
Guardian there as well. I think he had that placed behind the wall. So
With the
MIBR
defuse, he
take
gets
their
ult.
5th round and get
And
ready for what needs to be a
if
strong showing these
MIBR
next
can win
few
this
rounds
next
to
one, it
give
might
a
actually
little
get
hope
pretty
in the
close.
second half.
My concern is that the way that MIBR have handled the economy, despite having won
No
that round
operator.
15, is no op.
Yep.
They didn't have anyone saved down to 0. Icebox fought a round 2 sheriff, which is it's fine, but I think you need to have someone who is taking the sacrifice for him to get that op online, because it's such a
Yeah.
win condition for them. There's a world where there are 0 Icebox operator rounds if Loud win this one.
Well,
yeah,
looking
I would
at
honestly say
Artson's
maybe
money,
this is
if
like
again it is
the
an MIBR
round,
win and the rest of the
because
team can buy, he
if
should be
once
able
MIBR
to
get
go for an
money
op.
and they can get the op,
also
then it
got that
becomes like
Armageddon
relatively,
on lock.
or at least a lot
If
easier for
MIBR
them.
need it to
Maybe not so
retake
much of a
towards the B side of
double
the map.
blocker comp from the double controller.
Now that Harbor ult can be
But-
so impactful, especially if it comes into those retakes like
But
you're
like
saying.
when he gets the money, he'll still try and bring it out.
Chip down pretty low early on here as MIBR is on a very passive setup, just looking to deny that spike when it comes down with the double mollies.
But the B main control is so easy with the Omen in the comp. The
Oh,
smokes
yeah.
to cross, the option to teleport back yellow, to double dive.
I think
with the
MIBR
jet
might be
dash
better
on
if they
top
don't
yellow.
play the
Like,
harbor
even if
here.
one player falls, you always have the trade.
It's
That's why
as much
MIBR
as I hate the
rather
harbor,
Loud
it's
are
not
so
a
confident to
harbor
default into
thing
the
right now.
space.
And this is the kind of round that Loud loves to play. Leave Robbie alone, go for a 4-1. The Problem is they actually haven't put very much pressure towards A and mid, so
Great shot.
MIBR have a stack, and now they have an opener as well.
Nice angle up on the top with a boost in snow. 4 players ready.
That was
to
nice.
retake.
Waited for the Omen flash, pop the ult. That's a great save to kill.
Knocked out by Artson. Our eyes move to Verdi. Trying to carve some way into the site. The rest of his team moving back towards A with Robbie BK on this lurk.
Dude, why did that dash look so
it's
weird?
all over the place from Loud.
Standing up the whole time.
Solo players trying to make some kind of a mark, but they just fall one by one.
That kills the round.
Convincing
If Robbie
round
kills
as well.
Icebox, A's open, you can actually call that rotate, but I think it came too late to try and double back into A. Look where
You
the red
see
X's
Frost
are on the
crashing
map.
out after his
Everyone
loss. Yeah, I saw
from
the
Loud
interview thing.
was already,
It wasn't
in
that
a
bad, man.
position, fighting into
Just
snowmen,
angry. I get
fighting
it.
deep. They weren't in a position to be able to actually safely fall back, even if Robbie got that kill. And that's highlighted by Verdi dying in transition as he tries to run away from B.
And I think this kind of attack style calling is something that IGLs who play either the Killjoy or the
People are
Viper
overreacting.
primarily on this map
I mean,
can
what are people
sometimes
saying
fall
about it?
into,
That
where
it's, like,
they're
too
calling
much?
a lot around their own
Not too
lurk
much,
timings.
it's
They
fine.
can't necessarily see the state of the map on the other side. And once a player drops in B main, they feel the urgency to take it all onto their own.
That's why you get some of the discourse around a lot of players wanting to IGL on Initiator instead.
It's
so they
too
can
much
be
and
in
it's
the pack
disrespectful.
and have a little bit more
What do you mean
clear info
disrespectful?
with their
To who?
refreshable information. Could also be something to do with the layers of comms on this Loud team as well, not being able to figure it out in the short amount of time you need to make those decisions.
A little nano lineup. Try and break the turret.
Little
Ooh.
short. To be okay.
Yeah,
the,
must have
the
missed
turret
that
has
one.
been on the
Try to.
ground.
To the interviewer?
Yeah, that one went up into kitchen. I think that's what he was going for, to
Yeah.
break the turret up there.
I'm going to say it was intentional.
Maybe.
You know what? Benefit of the doubt
I mean,
granted. We'll allow it
I
on
think in the
go
moment he
round.
probably just doesn't care.
We'll dash over into yellow. It's a bit more of what we were talking about with the early control.
I didn't
and
even come out of that
actually
thinking
leaving
that
the
at all, to
insert
be
of
honest.
the
I didn't
jet
watch it
here.
all though, so
Well, the
maybe I
team,
missed
every
something.
other
But
round, they've been sticking around in B main.
dude,
gearing up
he's
to
just
read it. This time
emotional
they're
about
clearing out way
missing
quicker.
one of his chances to get into champs.
Icebox
I
is
thought it was so
alone on
funny.
A, but still in a position to hold for
He felt like they
rather
lost the
early
game.
information.
That's, you can be angry.
Now, Icebox is just a mobile sentry turret. Keeping all this space on lockdown.
MIBR is getting very suspicious. They haven't heard anything towards B in a long
When
time.
did that happen? Artson on 5 HP? I am clueless.
Must have been a sheriff ding
Yeah.
from somewhere.
Robbie PK or Luke
Oh,
Show
it's nice
perhaps.
early info on this one.
Icebox figures out
3-person
the Loud
hold.
are
They have
indeed
not
headed in
been
this
fighting well
direction.
together. And this might be a
Now
prime
has to deal with
example.
the
2
blade storm.
behind the smoke.
Verdi,
Aspas
player
committed. Yeah, he
Keep
does
your
get a
eyes
kill and
on
get
the
out of
fire.
it
Gonna
though.
Get into this round, especially
My
now
goodness,
Luke
it's
Show
a
has
little
fallen.
scary.
No more second wave of smokes.
Damn,
and now
look at
with
this
Blade
guy
Storm
go
out
right
in
now.
equation with Shock Darts
Look at
raining
this
down
guy
from
go
above.
right now.
It's just an Icebox clinic.
Okay,
and Robbie
honestly, from
BK
what I'm
is way
seeing,
too
don't
far
even
away
get
to
the
have
op.
any impact in the round.
Against a double controller, I think he should just rifle, man. He's
He's
just
coming
popping him.
through.
Artson did not like that play.
No, big
Thumbs
thumbs
down.
down.
That's tough.
Eco
Probably
frag,
gets
dude,
his.
it was scary though. He was on his own at one
That's
point.
big.
Acquired. Icebox down.
Yeah.
But you know what that means? Probably the best news MIBR heard. They lost a gun, so they don't feel bad about upgrading into an operator.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. It's gone. You don't have to feel bad.
Shed him a little oil baron on 8K.
Yeah, I was critiquing them for the management of the economy. They were just, they were playing the long game. Get the op up now. Loud's going to call a timeout.
Nice.
And I think
Nice,
looking
boys,
ahead,
nice.
one of the biggest things they are going to have to deal with is that operator coming online. But if we're looking at their play thus far, it has felt pretty one-dimensional to me. It's been 4-1. The pack starts on one side.
Yeah,
uses their
it's getting
first
kind of
bout
close. It's a nice
refreshables
time.
to
It's
take
nice time
space
for a
there,
timeout.
And then they're resetting back and
What's the
either
point of this game?
calling into a
I mean,
Robbie lurk or hard-hitting
The
that site.
TLDR
So
is just
I'm
if
MIBR
MIBR
and I'm
win,
thinking
it's
about
probably
that,
like
I'm
80%
gonna
chance
be
they make
really
champs
comfortable
in
when
the
I
4th
see
spot.
that pack stacking heavier
If
that
Loud
side and
win,
just leaving
MIBR
Icebox opt to hold for that lurk.
Every
like
single
10%
time, right? 'Cause
chance they make
Icebox is
champs,
either running
basically.
into one player in Robbie,
I would
walking
say, I would
down through
honestly
the
say
bottom
this is
of
the
site,
most
or it's
important game
5
of
players making
MIBR's
noise.
year.
Yeah, and then he gets one, dashes out, and you play retake. You're pretty happy about that one. So for Loud, I'd either like to see them play a bit more of a spread default, actually work some pressure into mid, instead of just this more like 4-1 pressure, wait, re-hit, or call into the lurk, or
Crazy
to
they
just
can
go
play
for a bit of
champs.
a
Dude,
harder
yeah,
execute
I
together,
agree.
because that can also work really well.
Not sure
with
they
this
would
Omen
go
jet on the
far
drive.
in
Verdi's
champs
been
playing like they are.
fantastically this game, sitting
But
at 16 and 8. Definitely a case
if you make it in, sometimes if you make it into an event and like you didn't think you would be there, you got that like nothing to lose mentality, and then you start doing some crazy stuff.
Maybe to evidence he's too off of the lockdown, so if he gets a plant, gets the orb in B main. That sets you up for a real comfortable post-plant spot.
Icebox going aggro here, had the help of 3 teammates, and now they leave him as a full contain on A.
Yeah,
Okay,
get that
big
forward
change up.
line like
Bring
you're
the op
talking
out,
about.
but again, I don't think he's going to have too many opportunities where he's actually going to be able to have line of sight to kill people, but we'll see. He does lock down all at A, doesn't need to overextend, and they can get the 4 pass and hold over towards B. And obviously with one kind of watching middle. Dude, they should have a lot to delay the plan here. If Cortezia gets a kill, he gets his ult.
There's the second smoke. The Viper
Verno, double shock, drone. We got Molly for the Viper. Well, that'll do it.
And I don't know if he knew.
Hello?
What just
Are they going to try fast tap this? Oh, I like that. Fast tap, get rid of some of the util, then go back and cove it.
Now Cortezia
Alton, you got the cove, mate.
finds the first a little messy back yellow. But MIBR continue on towards the hunt.
Shot.
Push wall now to push these players back.
It's a big
The
jewel from
lockdown
him.
means there's no chance.
Save the guns, run away. It's done. I really want to see when we watch
Yeah,
back this
dude.
round.
I mean, that jewel from him was really important. They handled this well. Then it's a nice pushover towards A, right? Make sure that everyone can go so heavy.
I mean, he did get decayed by
Yeah,
the
that's
Viper
what
orb.
I'm thinking, right? He thinks the
I
damage
did
is
love the
coming
tap
from
of the
decay,
spike
and
move to yellow though.
move,
I thought that was
really.
cool.
No, he was standing in it for a good 5 seconds.
They basically
Maybe
baited out
feels
the
good,
Omen flash
you know?
and no
It's
one
like
got hit by
those
the Omen flash
massages
at all.
where the fish eat your No?
Okay, let's see this one. Here he is,
All right.
taking the plant.
And they're nibbling away. They're nibbling away.
He just thinks it's the decay. He doesn't
Yeah,
realize
he
it's
put his
Molly at
decay
feet.
on. He didn't even hit the
That
molly.
combined with looking at minimap very likely.
IGL moment, quite honestly. He's focused on looking at the map. He gets distracted by that.
Yeah,
and
he probably
then,
just looked and was just like, yeah, my HP's going down. I'm in the
Ghoster was on
smoke.
call with me right now,
Yeah.
helping out all fellow IGLs.
selling the IGL code
Okay,
too.
Icebox is back in
Following
his
it, right?
pause.
Respectable.
And
Now,
well,
unfortunately for Loud, while they
might
gear
be a
up for
quiet game
what
for him.
feels
Looks like
their
they're
first
dodging.
honest A approach in the half. Well, this is the time where there's a Viper's Pit ready to be activated from Shenum. There's full nanos, alarm, KJ util on site.
the vulnerable is a big indicator. Ah, he's looking at minimap though.
This full stall type of setup is so potent when neither team is playing stage.
And this lockdown,
Yep,
not
there's
very
gonna
good.
be
Because again,
3
you can
mollies.
just fall back for a
Yeah,
second out of
Shenum
your
can just
Viper's
time
Pit.
this one
It won't go
pretty
down
well.
through the duration of the lockdown.
And
You
it's
can get back in.
looking-
Birdie, understanding how Shenum
Looking like
wants
it's
to
the
play
good,
this angle, but he
the
can't
good
sit
Viper
around
with
much longer than
the.
that.
Oh my goodness,
with
he's
the
here so
decay.
fast.
While Shenum goes
Dude, he's
flying
here
into the
so
sanctuary in
fast. He's
hand.
made so much space.
I mean, his team is not behind
But
him.
he can't make the
just
play
full
extra
took this
now.
with
He's like got the space for
While
his team, and then he just
slowly
kind of needs to
drones
keep the
in
pit
around
up.
the other side of main, and now with the ping of the dart, Shenum finds his mark. Looking down from above is the Jet. As MIBR continue forward on the approach. And caught
Really
a hell.
nice, man.
Loud manage a kill.
But the pit is still up. They
I
can
was
just
gonna
stick
say,
onto this
top of
spike
the
for
spike
Verno.
soon.
And look at Icebox, he's still gliding down at them. There's just no real way to hold them and the spike at the same time.
Oh
it is
my
over,
God.
diffused, even as the
Dude.
kills go Loud's way.
It looked so close, bro. It just like
They
froze
get all
on
the
it.
kills, but they,
They did defuse.
MIBR
It looked so
up to
close.
6
It looked
in
like
a
he got
row,
the
or
kill
5
like
in a row,
as it
rather,
happened.
Off of winning that one. And I mean, Shenum is a psycho the way he played that. He solo dives, shorty in hand, straight back into his pit.
Yeah.
The nearest teammate is in Timbuktu.
That is peak
But that
Shenum
is,
one right
I'm
there.
telling you, that's really, really close,
If he
man.
dies, that pit falls. You're looking at a round where MIBR probably
Yeah, dude, a
loses.
replay on the actual
And
pass and
this is
defusing there
Loud
would have hit
starting
so
to
hard.
look
That was
towards
crazy.
getting match point in this one.
And
looking to
Louds
get a
whip
little
out the
bit,
Paper X.
freaky with it.
What
Paper,
is it?
ooh, we
That
bait
is
the
no
Paper
steal,
X and we
man.
commit over
With the
towards
fake
here.
move
I
like
like
you're
that
talking
a
about,
lot.
he's here, beautifully
I
done
like
from
that a
Lucha. The
lot.
rest of the team ready to
Paper X is you
escalate
all
towards
into
mid.
the,
Icebox
wait, how?
has the operator in hand, and with Cortesia locking down mid. I mean,
Normally
this
all
round
over
is
towards
just
here
all
with a
over the
recon
place.
deep, and then
Great work out of
it creates
Lucho.
so much pressure over towards
Keeping things afloat for Loud.
spawn.
That spike is still stranded under tube.
I mean, they just thought he was there for sure.
Birdie waiting because there's plenty of time to play with.
Cortegia made this such a doable round,
Loud
though.
smokes to be dropped down. Verno holds, but these two players of Loud have managed to retrieve the spike, have taken him out of the equation as well. And Shenum, who tapped into so much in the last round, now forced to do it in a 1-on-3.
Spike planted.
The paranoia to push him back. No chance in the world now that his spot's been given up. It is time to run, my friend, because they're closing in from every angle.
This is a
That's
lovely
Loud's
round from
11
Loud,
now.
though.
What
It's
a
a great
play
idea.
for Lucha to make. puts a smoke
Because
towards
everyone
CT,
watched that
has a
Paper X
different
game as
angle
well, to be
ult,
honest.
back Snowman,
And people play against
the
this. It's
opener
probably the
on Artson.
most common Omen at the moment, I would guess.
Some of the creative plays you can do with this Omen, beat around the ult, beat around the near global smokes that he provides.
Nice, good job.
Using that one to full effect in the camp of Loud, and that's going to break this streak. Thankfully, for MIBR, they still have off money, but they're leaning heavier over towards B this round, and this is a Loud that is starting heavy into A.
Enemy tag. Just Shenum here, tagged up and forced back.
What's your peak rank?
Loud have often hit these breaks.
Pretty recently, I hit
to keep
Radiant.
that early fight,
By
waiting to
recently, I mean
reset
like
for
4.5 years ago.
that next way in.
Verdi's really
But I feel like
worried
that's
with
recently.
Icebox's
That counts, right?
Top screen on a passive line.
Isn't that going? I'm pretty sure that
He's
counts.
not here today.
I don't know about you guys,
Still
but
got
I
a
think
drone,
that
still got a dart for when the
I would
eventual
count it.
retake comes in.
doesn't count.
Spike has now gone
think
down.
that
The
counts.
Molly hit the wall and got stuck in it. I think no,
I
bounced
think
off
it counts,
the
chat.
other
I'm
way.
not gonna lie to you.
A little bit hectic now. But it will be Verdi, the sacrificial lamb, up forward
Nope.
on site.
I
The
mean,
line of defense for Loud
all I'm
as
saying
MIBR
is, can I
gear up
equip
for
the
retake.
Radiant Buddy
Smokes
onto a
in, utility
gun?
to follow. And now the Armageddon
I can.
enters
I think
the
I can actually do it twice.
Shenum is struck first. And MIBR begin to close in. Loud forced all back. Robbie's left on his own. Goes down with the ship. The rest of Loud escapes the lifeboats. But they're not going to have any impact from back there. Cow and Zine faced with too much in the front of him. That'll put MIBR up to 10.
Harbor's just so
Big
good
rounds.
as a retake agent. That Reckoning coming
Big
online
rounds.
very quickly. Combine that with a wall up, a cove behind it, and it's near impossible if you're playing off-site for Loud to win that one. I think you need to see Loud taking a page out of MIBR's book in the first half and being a bit more proactive at playing up in these post plants. Obviously, it's harder when your opponent has Reckoning, but there have been other rounds too where they're playing these very passive post plants, get pushed off the line, and then just get checkmated by the Harbor Cove.
That shot from Shenum was so nice. Up on Rafter. It's been a menace from that spot, you know, whether it's taking the deep line or the
Timeout? I mean,
round
this is a
before,
great
just running
timeout.
through his own pit.
It's such an
Without
important
fear
round.
in the world. But it will be Loud now to call a timeout. Only one round successful for them in the last 7.
It's been a really tough streak. Cowanzine 1 away from the ultimate this round.
Wake up FNS? What do you mean? I thought he was streaming earlier.
They've found a lot of success of actually getting into these sites. All but one of this streak of rounds that MIBR has been winning has come from those retakes where they just looked so confident. I still think a lot of this just has to come to fighting deeper. in their post
Broke
plans.
again?
I think you can use some of the Omen util to help out with that as well. In your B post plans, using deeper one-ways there, and your A post plans trying to smoke further back, like past screens and fight players up, so you can pull out that utility from
sauce.
MIBR a lot
That's a little
earlier
sauce.
and not just get stuck behind these walls.
Loud recognizing that we're nearing the end, even with some money in the bank, choosing to go for a couple of light armors here. Wanting to make sure they have a buy-in every single round moving forward, knowing that MIBR built up their economy wonderfully.
Loud pressure A early and immediately call back towards B. Normally when they show that early presence, they leave the 4 there to sit and wait for a re-hit.
Okay, I mean,
Instead,
normally though, this
they're
is a
gonna
smoke,
test
yeah.
Icebox and Artson.
The drone out first from Kawa, and it wasn't broken. Artson sort of fails the
Wait,
check there.
seen him.
To keep
Oi,
his operator
that
alive,
hit.
but a wall bang takes Robbie down to 43. His paranoia has not afforded Loud all too much. Icebox sees
The
the
great
teleport
I mean,
and
Aspas,
waits
you
his spot.
would
Ready
imagine
for
he's in a
Verdi
lot
up
of
top.
trouble,
He's
but
just in the thick of things.
the great
A
ult
nice
by
hunter
Varno as well to
Fury
save
as MIBR
him.
continue to hold their ground on site. Corteja up on top.
So a 2v2,
Loud
Aspas
with a lot
dies,
of
so you
work
can
to
let
do
them
to
all know
grab the
that
spike and
Robbie's
still
40
plant.
HP.
Win condition, get the spike down, pop an ult for Pancata. But with MIBR so close, the second they hear that ult, they're going to be in position to flood forward. Verno has shocks. They have
Ooh,
a
I
dart,
like
they have
it.
a
Throw
molly.
him the
There's
spike.
so many great tools
Get
for
that
MIBR
Viper
to
ult
tie this
down.
game.
MIBR thinking that
Oh,
was
it's
a
hard with the
fake
Viper ult.
perhaps, not wanting to overswing into them, so they
Varno's recon's pretty important.
plant.
And now here comes the pit, and this
They should
suddenly
insta
turns
take some
to
space
almost
there.
an advantage for Loud.
Well, that's
This
how they
is
use
so
the
hard to
recon.
work back in through. Spam from Robbie down to 3 HP.
Last player standing.
And Verno
So doable for
deals
Pancata.
with him.
He is getting melted by the
Pancata
molly though.
forced to walk into the spin. Down low himself. The spam is good. That spike
Ooh,
still
Shenum-
no pressure on
Shenum
him.
handled that really well.
Secures the kill through the smoke. And we're all tied up, Mimi.
Had to be Robbie, and he couldn't do it that round. So it's MIBR winning out yet another retake. They've just looked so good in those kinds of rounds. The
Credit on
support
that
of Alt
first
coming
off
in,
shot, yeah.
To help out Icebox. He's incredibly bold, staying up there. He didn't have dash, he didn't even have cloudburst, but gets that first kill, sticks around and doesn't get the second, but buys enough time for all of those rotates to come in and trade him out after his death.
Well, 2 players on Loud were bought down to nothing last round, so while they have enough for a hero gun because of some of their choices, this will be half for them. And Icebox is an outlaw on the other side.
Great buy from him.
Recognizes the dire straits Loud are in. The Loud aren't taking their time with things. Birdie, quick to dash forward. And Artson has been punished up in B main before, now looking for a moment himself right on the other side of this wall. Spammed away by Birdie. And they
That's a
cleared
nice
path into
opener.
sight. Loud
That's the
even on
person that is
half-fire,
normally
still fighting
the
it.
key for
Mark Lucian takes
retaking,
his
and they've
timing.
sent it through as
And
well.
now this free
The
shot
low
round out of
stinger
Loud is
buy,
paying off
and that
dividends.
is
And that's a
devastating for
Harbor Dead. That's your
MIBR.
most
I
important player on
don't
these retakes, not firing up
really
this
get why
time.
my
Really
Harbor's
ready to
just
contest.
so low
Against
on
Cortesia,
sight,
but he
but
dies for it.
Still out in the open. But Pancada's picked up a rifle. Now he wants a chance at the turn. The delay as Shenum gets a kill from up on Raptors again.
oh, they're a
dominating on those
little
angles.
low, man. Luke Shaw, Robbie BK,
But MIBR, you can see they're a little bit
7 bullets
reserved.
there.
Worried about all these close angles, waiting for Loud to come into that.
3 bullets.
And while this round started off looking a little bit sketchy, even against the light bite, as
Damn,
Shenum's
bro,
team
nice
beats
recovery
through.
from these 3. God, I thought they had that. I
Loud
really
had such
did.
a great start to that round, getting into the site, getting a 3v5. But I think they had a divide in how they wanted to play the post fight after that. You had 2 players who were fighting forward, trying to continue to contest into backside, while the rest of the team fell back behind 410. You have to make a clear distinction. It's fine to fall back when you're up that big. It's fine to fight forward, but you have to do it together.
Hey, one
or
go
you're
at
just
it.
gonna lose
One go
despite
at
the
it.
man advantage.
So at the end, it slips away from them.
An
Looking
insane
for too much,
amount of
that
ults,
is the
but,
forward,
like,
you know, aggression.
It was
these
the
are better,
the
really.
right start to the round, but they needed to have a cohesive idea of how to close it.
Do they want to go for a
now
set
to stay
Omen
alive,
strat
they're gonna
again?
have to break through Osbos's op. 20
Could
kills
also
for
just
the duelist,
ult
and to look
to where
towards
he
A
is
main.
now, so it creates a lot of pressure.
Another Omen ult as well.
Viper's pit to be popped, but it's all a little bit of
With
distraction
the
for
alarm bot
Osbos
as
on
well,
top
that's
of
nice.
410.
Recon goes towards middle.
A drone through. Osbos still unseen. I'm not sure if that tagged him, but his teammate certainly was. Osbos
Damn, he
takes
moves
his down,
forwards.
but now inside of the
He
smoke,
moves
Osbos for 2.
forwards. That's a
MIBR
big play from Aspas.
just eviscerate Loud in A main. We knew they were playing for a lot. Champ still on the line for MIBR.
Player standing.
And they're making every round count in this second half.
Yeah, that should be impossible,
Down
right?
8-4 on their attack. They fight back round after round after round and put Pancada in an impossible position.
This defense has just been masterful from MIBR. They've played this comp for pretty much as long as you could think. For the
Unless,
majority
I
of
mean, he's got
Brazilian teams who
time.
picked it up.
He's definitely got a lot of time
America's
to play with.
meta when
It's
it
just
was
a nightmare.
Cloud to invent it.
He has to go
Alpha
through the
still here
Viper
too,
ult.
still fragging 22 and 17 in this match.
Loud think
30
of
seconds
all the
left.
games this stage. They've lost 2-1 on map score, 13-11 on round score. This seems to be another. One more that just barely slipped away in a stage that was close, but ultimately not close enough. Pancada drops
Okay,
into the
solid
smoke. It's a
comeback from
summary
MIBR.
execution. MIBR take
Double
that one.
pistol?
What
What was
a
it,
comeback that
10
was. The retakes
10-4?
were impeccable throughout. The
10-4
team play
comeback? That's
looked
pretty
a
good.
lot better compared to the first half for MIBR. And Loud, they've got to be